So when we start getting snow, one of the things I like to do is keep it off of the yurt roof as best I can while we're here anyway. It can hold quite a bit of snow. The snow load isn't so much a problem for it, but when you heat the yurt up from the inside, that snow starts to melt on the outside because of heat loss, and so you tend to get ice damming and things like that. And if you get a lot of ice damming at the bottom of here, what'll happen is it'll sort of concave in a bit, and then it'll pool there, and eventually it'll work its way through the insulation and start to drip inside. So best way to deal with it, we found, is just to get the snow off of the roof before you heat it up. So that's one of the things we'll be doing today, is getting the snow off of there. So I've talked about the poplar and aspen in our forest before, and how it's not exactly the best firewood, especially for, your indoor fireplaces and things like that. It's a pretty smoky wood and it doesn't burn very hot. So we do like to get different wood to burn in the stoves in the cabin and in the yurt. So this year I was hoping to get a bunch of jack pine logs that I could buck up and split myself and save a bit of money that way. But I waited too long, and by the time I got a hold of the guy, all his seasoned wood was gone for the year. So what I ended up doing was doing what we do most years, and that is to buy a truckload of birch. So we'll get that all stacked up underneath the yurt and get our firewood sorted for the season. We'll check the moisture content of this stuff too a couple of times to see what kind of wood we ended up with here. Yeah, beautiful, 15%. So that will do just nicely. Looks like we got a little snow last night and still snowing now. So we'll dust off some solar panels here and start our day. Kind of pretty out. You do tend to blend in this weather, don't you? Mm-hmm. You're the wrong color. You're the wrong color. What? You think we should go for a walk? Should we go for a walk? Oh, yes, please. All right, doggles, let's go check those trail cams. So I think we're sitting just below freezing at the moment. -4 degrees or something like that, so kind of a nice morning out. Pretty overcast as you can see and snowing, but a lovely day anyway. I'm gonna reposition things a little bit with the trail cams today and see if we can't pinpoint a little bit more traffic. Caramel, come! Come on! Good girl. Raccoons have been out early this morning. There's pretty much a deer highway here. I had the camera over there pointing up this hill and got a number of things coming down the hill. But there's also a trail that leads straight through here. There's one that goes up here that looks like it's really heavily used, and then it branches off in 2 or 3 directions here. So this is kind of a hub where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trails all kind of merge. So we'll put it here and see if we get some of our bucks roaming through and coming in to see our does. And other than that, we'll keep an eye out for the bear as well. So we may see him yet around here too, so we'll keep our eye out for him. I had one picture of him out in the field at night this time, but it was pretty hard to distinguish exactly what it was, but he's around for sure. So we'll keep our eye out. Let's go check that other camera. All right, so there's that one set up. This guy used to be further down the hill. I brought it up to the top of the hill here so I can kind of get more of a sense of who's coming through here. Again, this tends to be a bit of a funnel for deer along the side of this pond back into there, and then around this pond and back into there. So they kind of get in between the two and then can go around this one. So it's a bit of a funnel. I've seen plenty of wildlife come through there, including the deer and the bear. So I think that's where we'll set up, and hopefully we can see some action come through there. And the other trail cam is just across this pond up in this hill range over here at the bottom of that hill in that up in this area. So we'll see. I'm gonna get that stick. I'm gonna get it. think that's going to be about it for us this week. No big projects on the go right now. It's that time of year when there's just a million little things that need cleaning up and tidying and kind of finishing off projects you didn't get done, and little bits and pieces that need to be moved from here to there. So the content's been a little sparse lately and kind of all over the place, so I apologize, but we got some big projects in the works for this winter, and some bigger things coming, so keep an eye out for those. And other than that, thanks for coming along and choring away with us, and we'll see you on the next one.